And Happy New Year's, Shima girls. I pray that your New Year's was fantastic, just as mine was. Had a great time with the New Year's and my family and friends. So I really enjoyed myself, and we made it to another year, thank God. And all the blessings upon us all the time, every day, every moment of the day. Well, with that said, I would like to also leave you, Shima girls, with, some positive, energizing words of encouragement. No matter what year it is, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna continuously keep all of you ladies inspired, with your fairy tale mythical hair length dreams. It's a new year, but the dream for longer, healthier hair continues. Now, first things first, whenever you have a goal, whether it be to grow your hair longer, or you want to accomplish anything in life, I think one of the best things to do is to write it down. Just simply write down your goals, and in this case, write down your hair goals. Okay, because writing it down makes your goals more real. It's something you can actually look at, when it's on a piece of paper, or your notebook, your diary, your calendar, wherever it is that you decide to write it down. It's something that you can actually physically touch it, because it's written down on the physical objects. So your hair length goals is now something you can actually see and not just think about. Okay, it's more powerful that way, to actually see. All right, even though I will always encourage you that you should believe before you see, but in this particular case, this will help a lot of you out there, believe even more, because it's something you can actually see it. You're gonna write, I ain't going to accomplish my fairy tale mythical hair length goals this year. you know and you see it, you see the words right there, you can touch it, you can feel it, caress it, and all that good stuff. Put it somewhere where you can see it. First thing in the morning you see it, or when you're heading out the door, to go to school, to go to work. It's something that you can see. Put it in your car, something to continuously remind you, about your goals. Right? So that's a really powerful technique right there. And hopefully you ladies will definitely, apply it in your daily lives. Number two, don't say I want long hair, and especially don't say I wish I had long hair. Say I'm going to have long hair. All right? And make it something that has already happened. You're basically telling your brain it's happened already. Okay, so I'm going to have long hair, or even better, I have long hair. All right. Remember, we are no different than white woman, Asian woman, Indian woman, or mixed black woman when it comes to hair growth. Our hair grows just as fast or just as slow, depending on your point of view, as their hair grows. I mean, the only difference lies in our hair texture. That's the only difference. All right. Not in the hair growth, not in, how long the hair can get. All right. It only lies in the hair texture. All right. That is the only difference. All right. So keep that in mind, ladies, that, black woman's hair can grow just as long as any other, race of women out there. Okay. Now, number three, use visualization. Okay, so basically visualize yourself with the long hair. And when I say long hair, I mean hair that is past shoulder length. And past that ignorant stereotype that society places on us, claiming that our hair can only grow to shoulder length. All right, that's the ignorant stereotype that black women's hair only grows to shoulder length. All right, so visualize yourself shattering this ignorant stereotype. Find yourself a nice quiet spot. Just take 5 minutes out of your day, or if you can take more than 5 minutes, even better. But concentrate. It's like a meditation. Concentrate on your meditation. Find a time out of your day to do this. All right. And again, if you can do it more than 5 minutes, better. Put on some soft, relaxing instrumental music. Or if silence works for you, then so be it, But practice the meditation slash visualization technique, because this also helps us to make, our hair length goes more real. Just like when you're writing it down that you can physically touch it. Well, visualization is also very powerful, because remember that our minds are very powerful, and we can actually see it as well. All right. When we really concentrate, we can actually see ourselves. It's almost as an out of body experience. When you become really, really, really good at the visualization thing, it's almost like an out of body experience. All right. So in a way, you can also touch it. You can also touch your hair, your long, beautiful waist length hair in your visualizations. All right. So let's try to visualize more often. All right. Number 4, let the haters hate. And basically anyone who has achieved something significant in life, they will tell you they have haters. Okay. So once your hair begins growing past shoulder length, you are achieving something significant in life. Because remember, women of color, us women of color, we are not associated with having really long hair. That is naturally ours. All right. Unfortunately, we are associated with hair weaves, we're associated with lace fronts, with wigs, extensions, even though it's not just black women who wear these hair weaves, extensions, and lace fronts, but it's associated with us, unfortunately. Okay. So, once once our hair begins to, grow the past shoulder length, we start shattering that ignorant stereotype. You start achieving armpit length, you start achieving mid back length, you start achieving booty length hair. And people, when they take a look at your hair and they don't see any tracks, they don't see any weaves sewed in, they don't see any weaves glued in, they don't see no extensions, they don't see any fake hair inside, they just see your hair. 9 times out of 10, they're gonna do a double take. And those, I'm not saying everybody, but those that are prone to jealousy and envy, basically hate, they're going to start to hate, and thus become your hair haters. Okay. So my suggestion to you ladies is to let them hate. All right, just let them hate. Don't give them your energy. That's what they want. They want you to give them their energy, so you will just give up. If you're in the middle of almost going past shoulder length, you gave up because of them, because of their negative energy that made you give up, and then you don't achieve your hair length dreams, and they didn't achieve their hair length dreams, and now they have company to keep. Misery loves company, so they have your company now. So I'm telling you, let them hate. All right. I let my hair haters hate all the time, and I am booty length, and I am happy. Okay. I am happy that I achieved my goal. I'm trying to, exert this positive energy to you ladies, because I've been there, done that, and I've experienced all of everything I'm talking about here, and I know you've been experiencing it too. Okay, it's a lot of negativity out there, but you are more powerful than that. Okay, and I want you to know that you are more powerful than that, and you don't need to give them your energy, plain and simple. And finally, number 5, ladies, we're in the new year, and I don't want you to forget about your protective styling. Now, as you can see in this video, my hair is all the way pulled back in my favorite Shima bun. There it is. I wrap it with a lot of silk scarves and stuff to really keep it in place, because I keep my Shima bun in place. I'm doing up to a month, not just 2 weeks, but a month. And if I could do more, I do more. So it's all tucked in place and stuff. And hopefully you ladies are also doing it as well. Your Shima bun, or you're doing your French braids, your French twist. If you are a natural Shima girl, you're doing your 2-strand twist. You're also doing your French braid. And if your hair is like too short to put it in protective styles, just simply continuously keep it moisturized. That's all you need to do. Keep it moisturized. Make sure you wrap it at night with silk scarf. Use your gentle handling. And, before you know it, your hair will finally accumulate into, significant length. And you can also pull your hair back gently. All right. Nothing too tight, because it too much tension on our scalp, what happens, thinning hair. And, we don't want that. Okay. But concentrate on always doing your protective styles as often as possible, because remember, protective styles is what's really going to maximize your hair length goals. All right, moisturizing is amazing, but when you have your hair tucked in, or you see how all of my hair is tucked in, all of it, okay, I don't have to be touching my hair. I don't have to, mess with my hair at all. That's the goal. Stop messing with our hair. Leave our hair alone. Leave our hair alone, but moisturized and in this protective style. And by the time you remove it, you're gonna see your hair, has achieved that half an inch, or even if it's under half an inch, you still achieve. You achieve hair length that you would not have achieved if you would have not remained consistent with your protective styling and your moisturizing. Okay? So don't forget your protective styling. And well, Shima girls, with that said, I hope again that I've encouraged you and inspired you, you know, beyond belief, so that you ladies will, also achieve your fairy tale mythical healing dreams. And I wish you all the best for the new year. So have a prosperous, safe, and healthy brand new year. Okay. So I think that's it for right now. See you, ladies. Take care. God bless.